Hello, I am ASMRM, or Asmaram. Today, you are being questioned by a witch hunter. Enjoy.
Is this the one? Over there, in the chains. Quickly, strike a match. Get some light on this wretch. Aye, that's them, all right. No doubt about it. I'd recognize those scars anywhere. Looks like they're hanging on by the slightest thread. Are you certain they're alive? Hey. Wake up, you! Don't you know? There's no rest for the wicked. Ah, there you are. It's hard to see that you've opened your eyes with all the swelling. No matter. We have urgent business, you and I. I'm not sure how much you remember exactly. Truth be told, I'm having some trouble remembering myself with all the fun we're having. It's been what? 2 days? 3? 4? Morning and night in any season may as well be the same down here in this dungeon. Not a ray of sunlight reaches these stones, not a gust of fresh air to be had. Naught but darkness and dust for the likes of you. What's that? Speak up, you miserable worm. It's hard to understand that groaning with that bruise you call a mouth. You're not supposed to be here? There must be some kind of mistake. They all say that. And perhaps you've forgotten, my pitiful friend. You've already told me this many, many times before. Tell me, is it out of fear and desperation that you repeat your pitiful pleas for mercy, or has my assistant dealt you one too many blows to the back of the skull? Rest assured, heretic, you are exactly where you belong. We do not make mistakes, and we will have you confess. Confess to what? Must I remind you of your many sins? Must you rekindle my righteous anger with your laundry list of iniquities? Very well. Ahem. You have hereby been charged with the following crimes against God and your fellow man: witchcraft, blasphemy, sorcery, divination, demonology, heresy, sedition, sabotage, treachery, corruption, apostasy, subversion, insurrection, rabble-rousing, poisoning, perjury, theft, slander, suicide, arson, murder, jaywalking, and tax evasion. How do you plead? Not guilty? Again? Are you certain? Fine. Be that way. You only prolong the inevitable. Sooner or later, or much, much later, you will confess. They always confess, whether they want to or not. It goes without saying, but I feel like saying it anyway. We have ways of making you talk. But, before we get on to that, how long has it been since you've had something to drink? I can only imagine how thirsty you are. I have here in my hands a glass of the finest ice water, fresh from the cellar of Count Waldemar's estate. He had it chiseled from a glacier in the snowlands where yetis prowl the endless blizzard. They say these waters from these ancient glaciers contain peculiar qualities, chief among them being, of course, a remarkably smooth and rejuvenating taste. Excuse me but a moment. That was so refreshing. I think I might just have to pour myself another glass. Cheers. You know, I can't quite enjoy my beverage with your sad visage gazing at me. Interrogator, place a hood over that wretch while I relax from my laborious task. Ah, much better. Only a moment's rest, but such is the calling of a witch hunter to subject ourselves to such arduous tasks. It looks as if you might be having some trouble breathing now. Tell me, heretic, does the hood soothe or further burden your already troubled mind? Do you wonder, as we speak, if I might be preparing some fell and menacing instrument of pain while your sight is stifled? Do you ponder if I might at any moment interrupt this diatribe with a sudden kick to the gut with my boot, or perhaps take a hammer to your exposed wrists? Well, such fears may not be completely unfounded, but they will be unrealized. For now, remove the hood. Now then, listen to me. Look into my eyes, I implore you. Contrary to how things may appear, I take no pleasure in my sworn duties to root out heresy and corruption wherever they may hide. I gain no satisfaction from this quest, in the same manner a workman detests the burdens borne on their back. I would much rather be doing any number of finer things with my ever-dwindling time. There are friends to visit, sights to see, beauty to behold. However, no matter how much I may loathe looking at your ugly, detestable mug, I cannot, will not, ignore my appointed duty. So I ask you, nay, beg you again to confess, not for my own sake, but for that of your immortal soul. A confession will allow you to mitigate the damage to your very essence, and perhaps, save you from damnation. Should you insist on this folly of innocence when we both know you are guilty, then I can make no assurances in the hereafter. If your withered mind still lingers on the illusion of rescue from your cursed cohorts, you would do well to banish such fantasies from thought. You are not the only one of your foul order that languish in our prisons. Oh yes, I see how your eyes widen, how your brow perspires. Know that I speak truth. Another of your ilk has already confessed to us, and placed you at the scene, at that altar in the woods.
they would have been rewarded for their willingness to repent and atone, I assure you. Their sentence has been mercifully reviewed by the council, and they have agreed to grant the heretic a swift death by a silver bullet, sparing them the torment of a pyre in the town square. Tell me, and do so swiftly now, for the appointed hour is upon us. What will it be? Confess or deny? The gun or the torch? I shall return, and when I do, I expect your answer. Enjoy your last moments of darkness and silence, heretic. Soon your judgment approaches, and only you can determine what form it shall take. Farewell.